Yeah, so guys, recap on the last episode. We were discussing about how Lucifer now fell from heaven and he was chased out of heaven for, is it misbehaving or wanting too much? Okay, that's not nice. But he was taken away from heaven for trying to overtake God's government. So now, today we're going to discuss, is that really true? And what happened? Now, we know him as Lucifer so far, according to our story. But in reality, we call him Satan, right? So what really made him become Satan? Why? And you see, in the first verse of the Bible, it says, God created heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was in the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Now we want to know why and how did it happen that now the earth is filled with darkness. What happened? What transpired here that now we are now seeing darkness hovering over, actually in the deep, in the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God now is not resting in heaven, but he's on earth. What really happened? So our story, the Bible speaks of the devil as he was one of the most decorated angels, actually. Yeah, he was adorned with wisdom. His covering was the what do you call this? The stones. All stones were his covering, and when he spoke, his voice would actually make music. Yeah. So that guy was really created in perfection, you know, until iniquity was found in him. Well, what is iniquity? Iniquity is injustice. What is injustice? The inability to judge two things. So what we understand, I want you to understand something here. Get me right. If God created evil, then he becomes the devil, right? Because God cannot create evil. We say God creates good thing. Everything God creates is good. Now, where did evil come from? And if the devil was to create evil, he would become God. Because if the devil has the ability to create, then he becomes, he becomes God. Because what makes God special is that he creates things. And now, if the devil creates, he becomes God. It's that simple, guys. So, God did not create evil. But now, this being was perfect in its creation. Actually, the Bible even says he was perfect in his moral character. You can check it out. Yeah, verses about the devil. You will see. He was perfect even in his moral character. Let alone now at his being Vlamejengo, at now he's created his. No, he was even perfect in his moral character. You can imagine if God says you are perfect, you must be perfect. Then what corrupted him to become the devil? What made him become now the person we know as the biggest enemy of God? The one that now is said that anawashtaki. What had happened? So guys, we spoke about the devil coming to earth and his leading life to his potential, then to his full potential. That is his job. He's the Lord of this world because he discovers earth with other angels. He's given a third of the angels to come and guide life here. Then he realizes that man is growing very fast. He's now discovered metal, and the guys goes back up there to check what happened. That these people are moving very fast. Then he's told to do his job. He comes back. He's jealous and he's furious. He wants to take over everything, including his father. He now wants to go back to heaven, and he goes back. Then, as Revelation, is it 7:11 or 11:7, says that, and war broke in heaven. The dragon, fought against Michael and his angel, and he did not win. Or what is the word used in the Bible? He did not. Let me just say he did not win against the angels, and he was thrown down. Then the angel is sad, saying, "Woe unto the inhabitant of the earth, for he has come down, and he's like a lion, a roaring lion." Amekasirika kama simba. The angel was not confused. He knows this guy came pissed, and even the Bible in its text says that this guy came down like a roaring lion, who is very pissed actually, and now that's why he destroys the earth. He comes and he boom. What evidence do I have that the earth was destroyed? You guys, in history, you've heard of Atlantis, the city of Atlantis, that is said to be below the sea, blah blah blah. Among many evidences, there have been found remains of a city, actually pillars, big pillars. They are found in the ocean. Up to date, there is quite a lot of things that have been found. You can check videos on YouTube. There is quite a lot of videos on items found in the sea that cannot be explained. Why? Because wherever they fell, there was a city there. There was a city. And remember, even when God is creating the earth, there is nowhere it's mentioned that the water was created. It was existing. That's why the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. See, there was already water on earth when the Spirit of God is hovering over it. I know people are like, oh, that is not justified, but show me in the Bible where God created the waters. In the 7 days of creation, on the 6 days of creation, where did God create water? He did not. There was already existing water. You know, there was a cut. You know, I'm moving from Gigiri to some place, so as you can see, so here it's a bit bumpy, and that's why the cut is coming from. So guys, it's called Githogoro or something. Now, my people, this guy comes down. Science says about Ice Age that things disappeared at the blink of a second. When they were discovering mammals, they discovered mammals with grass. Guys, with grass. Life ceased. And God in heaven is like, oh, this guy is causing a lot of havoc, he's causing a lot of damage. So the Spirit of God now comes here on earth to make sure that this guy does not destroy everything. Come on. God is a creator. He just can't allow everything to go, to disappear. And why am I saying this? You see, for you to know that actually God now had a whole purpose of us. That's why the Bible says, before I created you, I had a plan for salvation. And you see, God even asks this guy called what is the name of Job? Where were you when I was laying the foundation of this earth? Where were you? God is trying to justify that he did the job. But now another person destroys. And now this is why we know him as the destroyer, as Satan, the evil one. And people are asking, if God did not create evil and Satan did not create evil, how did evil come to be? What is evil? Evil is the combination of two things. God creates two good things, then the devil has a mix-up. When he mixes them up, then this guy it becomes evil. Let me give you an example. There are medicines in science that cannot be used together. If you use them together, what happens? Boom. You've seen people how people create bombs. You've seen this on movies. Come on, guys. Even if you do not watch movies, you've had people creating their own bombs. They just mix up two chemicals. The chemical exists on its own. It's very okay. It's combined with another chemical that is also very okay on its own, but boom, it blows up. So iniquity was found in Lucifer. So now evil comes in. See, this guy was created with free will. And when you're given free will, you have the ability to make decisions. And you see, the decisions you make now brings the whole difference. So this guy makes a decision that he's going back there. He now becomes envious. And he now feels a sense of, I own, and I'm not going to accept it. And it's human, because you see now, when God is creating, he created him with free will. All the other angels, I don't think other angels have free will, but now this guy has free will. That's why he has a decision to make, and he is running billions and billions of angels. And that's why when he tells them let's go, they accept. And don't confuse me, I did not call Lucifer's angels the fallen angels. No. Those are demons. Yeah, they fell, but now they are demons. When they chose the side of evil, they automatically became demons. A fallen angel is now totally different things. You see, in the time of Noah, when daughters of men, go read Genesis chapter 1 verse 6. Is it chapter 6 or whatever? I don't know, not chapter 1, chapter 6 verse 1. It says, and during the time of Noah, and men were multiplying, and daughters were born unto them, the sons of God took women, and they made wives out of them, and they gave birth